There is something I saw in the Bible that did not make sense, and then it made sense. There was a famine in the Bible. Elijah came out. I don't believe Elijah heard the word of God. He came out by himself because he said, according to my word. Because he read Deuteronomy, it says, when the Israelites begin to worship other gods, I will shut the heavens. So Elijah read that. And he realized they are worshiping Baal. So he came and said, I've read what God says, and I'm quoting it according to my word. So I don't believe he had a rhema word of that to shut the heavens. Because say according to me. Because the Deuteronomy tells us, when you begin to worship other gods, I will shut the heavens. So Elijah just activated that word by speech, and God obeyed him. But when he shut the heavens, now comes a time, the hardest time, to open it. That Deuteronomy didn't say, when you stop worshiping other gods, I'll open the heaven. It doesn't say that. It just starts. So now the machinery and the part is now to open it. Now, God told him, go show yourself and I'll open it. But though he showed himself, there's something Elijah didn't tell us. He made an altar. He rebuilt the altar. Then he did something that didn't make sense to me. He told them, put the bullock in it. And then he told them, pour water. Now that didn't make sense to me. I thought he wanted to prove them that the fire of God can burn water. That's what I thought, but that doesn't make sense. He said, pour water on it. Now remember, the water was not just important. There was famine for 3.5 years, so water must be important. I think it's what is just important. It was valuable. There was no water. So if people have no water and then you take water and waste it, something is crazy. But that's how the Bible, that's how I get my message, something that doesn't connect. Why do you pour water and he tell them pour again and pour again and pour again until there was a pool of water? That tells you something this guy knew. Because he knew, I need water to come down on earth. So I'm going to pour water. So he wasn't just pouring water to prove to them that God can burn. He knew, he took what was valuable that time. And that time, water was more valuable than anything else. And he took it and he said, I need that water to come. But to get that water, I have to give that thing. So he wanted water. He gave water to God. That's why pastors say that you do not, that door, the key that opens that door, that does not open that door. So Elijah can pray to shut water. But to open the water, you need a rhema word to open it. But the rhema word comes by giving that thing that he needs. So he gave water. And God brought water. So what it is that you need, that thing you need is valuable to you. And you give it. I am a blessed man. I am very blessed. I don't even tell how blessed I am, but I am very blessed. Even my father-in-law gave me another 5 acres of land in the U.S. So God has blessed me. But I tell you what, you have to figure out what you need. And you don't have it. Everybody wanted water. They didn't have it. So he took the water that he has, which now it's over. That's what I'm going to give to God. And God gave him more water. So what is it that you need? I need God bless me with money. What are you willing to give? No, I don't give money. That's what I need. You understand? I'm not like you. I need the money. I can't give water because that's what I need. So that Elijah also needed water to bring water. That water comes by a rhema word, show yourself. But even if the rhema word came, he had the instruction, go show yourself and I'll bring him. The word is already released, but he still needed to do something. There's something that activates the word that God spoke to you. There are people who have been prophesied so much, but nothing's happening. You need to activate that prophecy. That thing that you need, pour it to God, altar. And God will give it back to you. That's why Elijah poured water. He was not proving anything else. He was giving a seed of what he wants. So you see why there's something God knows that you need. And he has given a word. I'll heal you. I'm your healer. I'll bless you. I'll multiply. Yeah, the word is released. Go show yourself. But now God is waiting for you to activate it. I want to prove to you if you can handle water that you need. But if I can get it from you, then I'm willing to give it to you. But if I can't, so Elijah said, pour water. I need more water to come. So pour more. And then pour more. So I want to challenge you guys. I'm blessed, but I know my secret. I needed water. Yeah. One time I said, I'm going to go around Kenya. I don't want to read my secret. And I said, every person, I have 28 people who have influenced my life when I was a young man in the Lord. I'm going to give them 100,000 shillings, all of them, one by one. And I went and met this bishop, come, sit, buy him tea, 100,000. $1,000, each one of them. Because I needed water. So I said, how do I get water? I have a word, I'm blessed. God has but now I know I've got the word. Go show yourself. But I need to activate it. So I call all these people, even young men, the one who led me to the Lord, the pastor who helped me in Sunday school, the one I called them. One was here in the morning. I sat him there and said, this is your seed for you, 100,000 each of them. Now at that time, I don't want to talk to my wife about it. Not that I have all that money. I have money, but every man is planned. My wife is a very planner. You can have 20 million shillings, but they're all plans. So I don't have an extra. But I took, because I needed water. So I leave that to you. We want to give an offering. You know, Bishop, if Jesus will come here today and sit here, do you know where Jesus will sit? He won't sit in front here. He will sit where they're giving offerings. Jesus was watching where they're giving. That's the seat of Jesus. Why would he sit where they're giving offering? He said, oh, how many of you give? Well, that woman is giving more. What? Oh, he was sitting where they're giving offering. That's the seat of Jesus in the church. Not the front seat. Yeah. Why would Jesus go where they give off to look? What is it? Why? Can he sit in the front seat? Protocol observed. No, he went where, he walked, looked from seat, went where the offering given, and said, I've given them a word. I've given them my word in the Bible. I've given them preachers. They have prophecies. They have word. But it's not, the Wi-Fi is lost. The Wi-Fi. So we need to be activated. So I'm going to watch if who's activating it. Say that one, no, that one give 10,000 now, but he has 20 million. That's nothing. That one has given $2, but he has only $2. Now that one is activating it. That's where Jesus. I tell people, if you never had God speak to you, this is how I train people to hear God. Start by this. Ask God, how much shall I give? He will give you a word. Just be quiet and listen. He will tell you that 100. I said, no, let me give. No. God will speak to you. There will be an impression in your spirit. There will be a revelation in your mind. There will be a deep knowing in your intuition. In your consciousness, it will cry and shout what to give. And you can ignore it. But you can't tell me God can't speak to you. If you want God to speak, learn by asking him, today, God, what I give. This conference is $50,000 to do it. And me and my wife asked, how much do me and you give to it? And how much do God tell you to give? And I don't want to hear, I'm praying, but I didn't want to hear it. But I know that's how it activated. So I'm a blessed man, but activated. So I look for things to activate the word that prophesied in my life. So tonight you have an opportunity to give to God. What do you need? Do you know God doesn't want you to tell him what you need? God, the Bible said that when you pray, don't pray like the heathens, because God, your Father, knows what you need. So God doesn't need information about your poverty or your lack or your pain. He has it. So I ask myself, how do you pray to a God who knows what you need? What do you tell him? You activate it. You don't tell him, activate it. Because do you think God doesn't know you need money? He knows it. Do you have to remind him? He hasn't forgotten. So what does he need? your activation. So I want us to give an offering tonight, and then Pastor James will come.